Audio Jungle.
Help cosmetologists from near and within the diaspora to see the wisdom in joining such a professional club, the benefits and the personal development that they can accrue from the experiences of other professional and experienced cosmetologists. I pray, oh God, that you will bless the brainchild, Pamela DeLon, extraordinaire cosmetologist for over 30 years. I pray, oh God, that you will help her to be obedient as she hearkens onto your call and to your messages that she must reach out and help others to develop, to give them a forum where they can interact and exchange thoughts and ideas as they empower themselves. I commit today's activity into your care and keeping. I pray that every speaker, be it albeit Guyana, Trinidad, or the USA, and even our Facebook friends and family will benefit tremendously from the launch of this activity. What else can I ask of thee but to keep each and every one of us safe who have gathered here and who is listening to us, and that you will take us safely to our places of abode. Amen.
Amen. Yes, it is a lovely day according to the panelists, and we are in order because we have committed everything to God's hands. We are his vessels, and we will listen and go forward on his direction. I would like to welcome all of you. Welcome everyone to the launch of the Simpli Royal Professional Cosmetologists Club. I welcome you, our viewers on Facebook, and you who decided to be part of this live history-making event. I'm acknowledging my friends, the motivational speakers, and our fellow TVET facilitator. I am acknowledging past students and all who are practicing cosmetology, whether you're certified or not. If you're not, this is the place for you. I would like to welcome our facilitator, Mr. Krishna Sharma. He's the Deputy Director of the Council for TVET and Vocational Education and Training, TVET. I would like to welcome Reverend Wendy Hermanstein, author of a compilation of daily reminders. She's my cousin and my friend. I would like to welcome Reverend Joan Ward, my friend and mentor. I also want to welcome Dr. Jermaine Williams Beckles, my colleague and fellow member of the Caribbean Trichology Association. And I would welcome my longtime friend and mentee, Carlotta Braithwaite, who unfortunately can't make it this afternoon, but she and I go way back to my New Jersey days. I welcome to the panelists, Mr. Don Johnson, and my longtime video specialist who has put everything into recording our history today, Mr. Rudy Saul. I also want to acknowledge and welcome my longtime photographer who's going to capture the candidates, Mr. Carl Croker. With that being said, I just want to give a brief overview of what we had in mind when we started the planning. Simpli Royal is set to launch the Simpli Royal Professional Cosmetologists Club, which caters to members of certified cosmetologists, self-taught operators wanting to upgrade and certify, and students who are hopeful about their future and want to be on the cutting edge of the industry. We aim to encourage our professional growth by combining knowledge of theory and hands-on opportunities to lay the foundation for future career, meeting international standards while enhancing the education of you, the industry leaders in Guyana. This club, facilitated by Simpli Royal, headed by yours truly, Pamela Dillon, aims at being a support mechanism for practicing cosmetologists, as membership is an investment in their future. We will unite, challenge, influence, motivate, grow, and produce quality, enthusiastic, team-spirited professionals for the beauty culture industry. We want to provide each member with excellent education and business support so that he or she prepares to embrace the future with confidence in today's changing world as we beckon first world development because of our newfound oil wealth. Members are offered discount shopping at Clippers Barbershop and Beauty Supplies and Odie's Creative Nail Supplies so far. We have in-house this afternoon a member from the NSI group showcasing her beauty products by way of an acrylic line. We are inviting our retailers to come on board to support us as we support them. We intend to add group shopping for professional grade products with the requisite product knowledge education as well. And there will be other benefits such as skills upgrades, business coaching, networking opportunities, industry news, monthly support meetings, and discounted master classes. It is our hope that membership can align with the TVET to upgrade skills of operators and teachers within the industry to reflect innovative strides happening in the rest of the world. We are inviting all certified cosmetologists to come on board and all practicing operators to become certified. Encouragement is given to students by providing 6 months of free membership with their registration. In keeping with our theme, facilitating growth, we are aligned with resource professionals from the region and the USA, and you will hear from a few of them today. Dr. Jermaine Williams-Beckles is a specialist trichologist and facilitator in Trinidad and further afield. Reverend Joan Ward, an author and publisher operating from Barbados. Carlotta Braithwaite, who is not here this afternoon but will be a part of us, a master stylist operating out of Florida and has been in the business for the past 23 years. And yours truly again, Pamela Dillon, cosmetology instructor, TVET certified facilitator, teaching since 1989. We have also invited the Deputy Director of TVET, Mr. Christian Sharma, to give us a synopsis of TVET's role and benefits to the industry. In a nutshell, these are some of the ideas we had in going forward. Our call to you, our end users, is to make this your clearinghouse for support to strengthen your place in the industry. And I take this opportunity to encourage you because your clientele is a fashionista whose forward thinking looks for you to bring her the trends that are on par with the rest of the world within. And that is within our Caribbean ethos. It includes all its rhythms, colors, and festivals. She is the career woman who needs to de-stress and relax with a spa day. The housewife who is scheduling her day of beauty with manicure, pedicure, and facial. The young teenager who is being introduced to personal care. The busy executive who needs a pedicure at his desk. A bride that needs her makeup job for her big day. Or a customer looking for advice on beauty products. Taking our lifestyles, cultures, and climate into consideration. At this time, I want to introduce you to someone who has walked the walk and talked the talk. She knows this business from the ground up. Ladies and gentlemen, Joan Ward is the director of Shabu Media Group Incorporated, where she is the publisher, author of Soar, Believe You Can Live Your Dream. Her footprint in media can be seen on the World Wide Web and reruns on regional television. Her background in cosmetology has served as a catalyst in the beauty and fashion industry, where she spent the past 20 years. She's also an award-winning beauty stylist who has been a trailblazer within the beauty industry throughout the Caribbean. She's responsible for coordinating beauty seminars and awards in Barbados with the Dudley's Cosmetic University. Corrective Hair Care and the Trichology Institutes from the USA. She served on many beauty associations committees and is one of the founding members of the Caribbean Association of Professional Trichologists. Joan Ward is tenacious in whatever she sets her heart to achieve. We are fortunate to have her as co-facilitator in the many endeavors of this professional cosmetology club. Ladies and gentlemen, over to Joan Ward.
Thank you, Ms. Pan. I trust that in this technological age with the challenges that we have as we go across a virtual platform where sometimes everything does not always work the way it should. I trust that you can hear me, and I trust that this launch today, that you would share it with your friends. So take a minute, wherever you are viewing this from, take a minute, share it with another stylist, share it with someone who knows a stylist, because you also will need information that we will be sharing. So, Reverend Wendy Ermenstein, Mr. Krishna Sharma, Deputy Director of TVET, Dr. Jeremy Williams, invited guests, cosmetologists, and those who have taken time out to join us on the web. Good afternoon. And thank you for joining us for this historic launch of the Simpli Royal Professional Cosmetology Club. This afternoon, I'm here to do two things. To introduce you to the visionary of this gathering, Mrs. Pamela Dillon, a phenomenal woman who has all the attributes of being called the facilitator. And two, to challenge the professional cosmetologists to take the steps towards achieving the goals they set for their future. At this time, I want to share with you a little bit about who this phenomenal woman that we are associated with. I want to share this information with you so that you will get a glimpse as to the power of this facilitator and what she is offering on this platform. Pamela Dillon has become known as a woman of diverse talents. And it's not surprising since she has spanned the gamut of administrative assistant, micrographics technician, image consultant, pageant coach, cosmetologist, nail technologist, makeup artist, cosmetology teacher, and pageant producer. In 1986, Pamela Dillon blazed a trail in the cosmetology industry. She arrived in Guyana, saw the need, and she launched Fantasy Nails, the first nail salon in Guyana. And I remember those days. I'm not giving you my age by any chance, but I remember the waiting time when the waiting list for you to be able to actually get an appointment to have your nails done. Because if you had your nails done, well, then you were in the elite crowd. In 1989, to answer the growing demands for her clientele, she also branched out into hair and even established a beauty salon and a beauty school. Many of her students have gone on to open their own businesses, and some are even following in the footsteps of teaching the arts. Ms. Dillon has given back through facilitating classes with students from the Olga Youth Center to the Guyana Responsible Parenthood Association. She's been associated with CIMAP, the Young Women's Christian Citizen Security and Strengthening Program with the Ministry of Public Security. And she served on a number of cosmetology boards. And I can attest to that because when I was living in Guyana, she would have dragged me along. She would have had me with this little briefcase. And I remember it was mag bag. And she would have me this briefcase as a secretary, toting it around to make sure that we had the meeting and we had everything in order. That was the motivator that I have come to know and cherish in my life. In 1998, Ms. Dillon launched Simpli Royal and coordinated personal development programs, fascinated by artistic director Lester Rousseau. In 1999, Simpli Royal had the pleasure of co-producing Miss Millennial, and the list went on. She has been associated with the Miss Guyana, the Miss Earth, Miss Universe, every major pageant. And I can tell you that on a number of occasions when those beauty queens would have come to Barbados to engage in different pageants, to have been able to give back and to be associated with these projects that Miss Pam would willingly or unwillingly drag me into. But I loved it anyway. The last 12 years, Ms. Dillon has developed the enormous amount of time, effort to harness our production skills and to engage and ensure that she developed her skill set so that today, because of the alliances she has made across the region and in the US, today she is now using that platform and that skill set for which she had garnered to share with the professionals at Simpli Royal Professional Club. She is a recipient of many awards: the Woman of Distinction, Phenomenal Woman Award, Woman's Award, Award JCs in Antigua, the Chabot Trailblazer Award. But I want you to give her a big round of applause. She is a phenomenal woman, and she is indeed someone that we should be proud to be associated with. I want to challenge professionals, the cosmetologists in particular, and for those who are the auxiliary services to the industry. And when you look back on this date many years from now, I want you to be proud to have been in the audience or to have been online to witness what took place here today. And it's not another association. This is a movement that would take you, the professional cosmetologist, to a new level, that will ensure a viable and sustainable industry. And before you shrug your shoulders, I want you to remember one name: Albert Einstein. He said insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting to achieve a different result. Can I tell you, if we do the same thing, we will get the same results. So let's do something different. Do you know that you are part of a global multi-billion-dollar beauty industry? Let that sink in for a minute. It's multi-billion. I think it will soon get to the level of trillions. How much of it would you like to control as a professional cosmetologist? How much of it do you control right now? Is it enough? Is it enough that you can build a business that you can pass on as a legacy, acquire assets such as a house and a 401k for your retirement? Cosmetologists, how many of you can walk into a financial institution and secure adequate funding to open your dream salon or spa? Go ahead, type it in the chat. I stand to be corrected. I mentioned earlier that this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Yet, we looked over. Despite we work in an industry that is fluid, that has a cash flow, especially on Saturdays, we have a cash flow. And by Monday, the facilitator, Pamela Dillon, has teamed up with resource persons locally and abroad to bring relevant information that will help you to bite a bigger piece of this billion-dollar pie and grow to the next level. We are extending an invitation for you to join this professional cosmetology club from wherever you are. If one thing this pandemic has taught us is how to be creative. And this extends to acquiring knowledge and new skills. Now, I'm not going to knock the YouTubers, but I must inform you that what we're offering is not trial and error. Rather, we are creating a virtual professional space until we can meet face to face, where I can come to Guyana or go to Trinidad, or join Dr. Jorman Williams to come to Barbados or to Guyana, where you can learn and earn from trailblazers who've invested time and financial resources to own their skills that they're now going to share with you. Membership is an investment in your future. And we are here to help you navigate this COVID-19 season so that when this is all behind us, you will be on top. This is our pledge to you. And I want you to pay attention, listen to them, write them down. Through this platform of the Professional Cosmetology Club, we're going to create a monthly forum to engage your challenges and provide you with resources and development that will ensure that you have your slice of this multi-billion-dollar pie. We want to create networking opportunities with like minds and auxiliary businesses. We want to facilitate product discount so that when you go to purchase product for your salon and your beauty spa, that you can present the Professional Cosmetology Club card and receive discounts that will help your bottom line. We want to work with the governing bodies, the Bureau of Standards, to ensure that professionals' rights are protected. We want to be able to legislate for professional products to be sold only to licensed practitioners. And over the years, I know that many cosmetology bodies would have tried this to keep professional products out of the hands of laymen, the YouTubers, who will then go home and use these products without any knowledge of this chemical makeup and destroy the hair shaft. And then they come to you, the professionals, to fix it. So just as the medical industry has the pharmacy that cannot sell certain things without a prescription, the beauty industry must be functioning in such a way that we must be able to buy professional products and laymen cannot buy professional products. And this will reduce the monkey with gun effect, as I call it. That is people who do not understand the chemistry of your hair and the products, and they will not destroy your hair. We want to be able you to access cutting edge information, introduction to trichology. And you will hear a little bit more about this from Dr. Williams. styling techniques that will ensure that you have repeat clients on a regular basis. Take a minute and look at other professional industries. They invest in going to conferences to be on the cutting edge of their craft. We're willing to offer business coaching, help you with an effective financial management of your business, planning for your retirement, managing burnout, creating a digital space, and so much more. And I know fully well of burnout because I know of working in the industry and literally receiving a debilitating injury that has forced me out of the industry. So we must be able to come to a place where as a body, and I put this charge to the facilitator, Ms. Pam, to look into the institutions and see how we can partner with someone that could create a financial institution that can help the cosmetologists, that we have somewhere that we can go to when we need assistance, that we can partner with medical fraternity, insurance fraternities, that we can create a space in the industry where cosmetologists can feel as though they are really in a career building industry where they can become a true professional, and this can help them to raise a family without mediocrity. It is my hope that what we present to you today will be a catalyst for your development. I would like to see this cosmetology industry realize its potential as an industry not for rejects. Because it is often thought that the industry is an industry that accepts persons who did not have any tertiary education or does not have much of an academia grasp. And so they end up braiding hair, stitching in some weave, and doing something over the kitchen sink. And that's what we've been categorized to be. Can I tell you that the sky's the limit for any person who's practicing cosmetology? In addition to giving clients correct hair care, skin care, and body care, you are responsible for the outward appearance of most human beings, doctors, lawyers, politicians. They come to you when they are going to a function or somewhere special. Can you picture this? A bride on a wedding day, wearing a pat coats or a Colfax, lovely wedding dress with Jimmy Choos, but hair, nails, face, everything out of place. Picture that. We call that pop down. They need you to look beautiful. And I need you, the professional cosmetologist, to know your worth. Cheap thing the good and good thing the cheap. Tear down the fences that have kept you going around in circles. No more mediocrity. The sky is the limit. You have so much untapped talent inside of you waiting to come forth. If the mind can conceive it, the heart can achieve it. You can become a hairstylist, makeup artist, nail technician to the stars, and work in Hollywood, work in motion picture. When you look on television, you see these people looking pretty. It was one of your colleagues that did that. Know your worth, it was one of you. And in order for you to go to that level, I know that you need to be equipped. And sometimes we think we know it all, but we don't, because the industry is evolving. And as it evolves, you need to be able to grow with it. And so today, I charge you. Invest in your future. Invest in your future to earn. And we, the professional cosmetologists, with the facilitator, Ms. Pam, we're here to help you go to that next level. I thank you, and I give you over to Ms. Pam.
I told you guys that Joan Ward, Reverend Joan Ward, has done this from the ground up. So she knows what she's talking about. And we are going to take her advice. Secondly, I am accepting her charge. I know I can do this because I've already spoken to a dear friend of mine who's an insurance agent, asking him about medical insurance for people in our business. So you see, great minds think alike, fools seldom differ. We're breathing, but we're breathing to open up the room to a lady that I met eons ago. It has to be over 2 decades. She is Trinidadian by birth, but we could easily adopt her here in Guyana. Dr. Germaine Williams Beckles, Dr. G, as she's known, is the director of Rayo G's Wellness Lifestyle here at Scalp Clinic. Dr. Germaine Williams Beckles, affectionately called Dr. G's, is a trichologist, a best-selling author, founder and CEO of Rayo G's Wellness Lifestyle here at Scalp Clinic, and the creator of the Dr. G's Hair Growth Formula, HGF. She's a mentor and she's a mom. She sheds light on the true biological reasons for hair loss and scalp conditions. Dr. G's is an accredited beauty and health expert whose passion is to help clients to optimize their hair and overall wellness goals. Over the years, she found that most people invest time and money in hairstyling without much thought to healthy hair and scalp. She believes that beauty is about preserving the inner resilience and that a holistic approach to health is the best gateway to self-actualization. Her passion, knowledge, and years of experience brought her to the top of her field, and it is her desire to advocate for inner beauty and wellness. As an educator, Germaine is a published contributor to various health magazines and newspapers. She made appearances on primetime radio and television shows throughout the Caribbean, through which she continues to inspire men and women to be the champions of their health. She conducts online programs and speaking engagements to groups of beauty experts and beauty experts on elevating their wellness and transforming lives to a state of healthier living. Without further ado, I give you Dr. Germaine Williams Beckles.
Oh, Pamela, thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much, Pamela. That was brilliant. Yes, Pamela, I've met Pamela many, many years ago, through Ms. Joan Ward. And the thing is, we stayed in touch time and time again. So something would come up and Pamela will say, well, Germaine, I think you might be a good fit. And the same thing with Joan Ward. And she would say, Germaine, because we call each other first names, so it's not Dr. G or Dr. Beckles. It's Germaine, this is what can be done. You're a good fit. So we've been able to interact with each other over the years, all because we are so, in love with the profession. And that is why I'm here today. So I want to thank you, Pamela, Miss, you say Miss Pam, they call you a lot of times, Miss Pam. I want to thank you for inviting me to be here to make, and Joan Ward also, to make this presentation so that more persons, more beauty professionals, more trichologists need to, so that they can understand and turn their business, understanding the dynamic position that they are in. They need to know that this is a dynamic position. You can actually help someone prevent hair loss. You can reverse hair loss, and all with confidence. So we say prevent, reverse, and overcome with confidence. Why I'm saying with confidence? You need confidence when it comes to itemizing with your clients what are the services that you can offer. You need that confidence. The only way that you will get that confidence is by actually self-investment. As Joan Ward said earlier, self-investment is so vitally important. So let me share my story with you, why I am so excited when it comes to helping others appreciate hair and scalp disorders and go straight from the true biological reasons. Once you understand the true biological reasons for hair and scalp disorders, it means that you are not only would you be able to run a profitable business, but you will also be able to affect your clients in much more of a professional manner, and in a way that they are going to leave you happy. Why? As I said earlier, position yourself, understand that you must be able to embrace the information that is going to come straight at you. 25 years ago, I was working with two companies, Leisure and at some time Alberta Culver, helping beauty professionals to be able to apply product knowledge and understand what is the right way to do things to help themselves. But then one day, I started realizing and traveling to go abroad for one of these functions because I'm in Trinidad and Tobago. So to go away to present for the company, I realized that my hair was going thin. And what was really not as empowering for me was when I went to other professionals, nobody knew 25 years ago how to help me with this. I mean, I'm in a dynamic position helping other beauty professionals, which I love. But then I had an issue that I was not qualified to deal with because I was doing product knowledge, coaching beauty professionals, helping them to, put their business in place, but I didn't have the knowledge to help myself. So after studying for a while, I found the study of trichology. And that's why I'm here today, to excite you about the information that you can gather in this group. This group is, there is a number of reasons why you should be positioning your way forward as a beauty professional. As I said earlier, you are in a dynamic position. COVID is here. Which one of us thought that we would have had any sort of world crisis like this at this time? It came and it snuck in overnight. We are here. What about the persons with businesses? If they did not know again and they did not make proper arrangements for their business, where would they be today? Or where are a lot of people today? There's a lot of beauty salons that is closed down and they are home, all because of this pandemic. A number of small businesses are failing all over. Why shouldn't you put yourself in a position of being solid in the industry that you so love? Because as I always say, in the love for the industry is what keeps me going. Just that love. And I love to see, as I was sharing with Joan, Ms. Ward, I love to see beauty professionals when they are serious and going for it and they want to take their business to the next level. There's so much stress-related issues that your clients come in to see you with, and it results in hair loss. You can also create your own niche by joining this club and understanding that Simpli Royal is here to help you take your business to the next level. So let me go to the thing that I love the most. Apart from writing, I really do love the word trichology. Trichology, for those of you who don't know, is the scientific study of hair and scalp disorders and diseases. So in order to really be a full-fledged trichologist, you must be able to appreciate all the different elements that comprise of trichology. So I always say it's the synergy between cosmetology and dermatology. Because when someone is having an issue with their hair, you as a cosmetologist is the first line of defense. The first line of defense. When you see someone come into your shop, they're sad, they're in tears, they need help. You know, I remember those days when I needed help and the help was not there. And I had to be able to understand how to help myself. And that's when I started looking around at at that time it was a beauty salon. And I'm looking around in this beauty salon, I'm seeing clients a little younger than I was and a little older than my age. And they all were having, you know, less hair or something was happening. And I wanted to be able to help these persons. So once you understand the position that you are in as a cosmetologist, as a trichologist, it's the synergy to dermatology. So it's paramedical. When you become or you start studying how to help your clients, apart from just the external beauty, and you start to look for them for the internal beauty, you know, that is what sets the difference between just a simple cosmetologist and a trichologist, who is the synergy. So you send your clients to a dermatologist if it's necessary, but most times a trichologist is who can help that client. So let me go a little more in depth. Have you ever seen a client come into you looking like this? To one side, my left side, that is what we call alopecia areata. But if you look at the other side, you would see a bald spot again. Two different sizes, two different types of scalps. How do you know the difference? Have you seen this? Have you seen this type of hair loss? Now I showed you alopecia areata, but when you see this type of hair loss, you are looking again at the next stage of alopecia areata. But do you know to advise your clients? That's why it's so important for you to be exposed to more modern knowledge. Because it's not only about styling hair or running a business just to get the clients out fast, but running a business that counts, running a business that's going to take you to the next level, running a business that even if you become ill health, even if ill health shows up, your business will be able to still run. That is what being here in this group, in this club, you joining this club is going to do for you. This particular issue, I see it most frequently. And I'm sure you see it also in your shop, in your beauty salon, but you don't know most times. So most persons, they don't know what they are seeing. It could be trauma. I mean, you know, sometimes hormonal disruptions. I saw someone today who had one of those issues. And sometimes it's so simple. You can help your client, but you must put some skin in the game. You must be able to strive forward to get the information to help your client. This is alopecia areata again. I'm sure that you see this. And I'm sure that you want to know how you can help your client when they have something like this. So I help people and I coach them along so that they can understand better. What is male pattern baldness? What is the difference between alopecia areata and male pattern baldness? What is the difference? You know, when you look at male pattern baldness, I mean, there's other types of hair loss that looks like this, being here as part of this club, we're going to be able to identify with you all these different issues that you are seeing and just simply don't know what it is. This is female pattern baldness. I mean, when you look at some females that come into you and you see them, they just come in to get maybe a wash and blow. But then this is a service that you should be offering to them to help them to not further lose their hair. According to Gigi, why lose your clients if they're losing their hair? That should be a next service on your menu to help you elevate your business to the next level. Trichotillomania. Yes, go back to one, to trichotillomania. When you see something like this, you might be thinking, oh, that's just simply hair loss. But do you know somebody who come to you looking like this, maybe actually under stress and doing that to themselves, actually taking out their hair themselves? You know, that's why it's so empowering to have the information so that you could be technically right when you say, oh, this is a case of trichotillomania, and I may need to refer you because it may be out of my league. And that's where understanding the synergy of cosmetology and understanding where persons are when they are looking at hair and scalp disorders in the area of trichology. Have you ever done or seen this on a client? Have you ever done this? Now, one of our clients went to someone to help them so that they can have a longer wear, long-term wear hairstyle. This person has been washing their hair and everything with a wig on. Have you ever done this to a client? Do you know that when we took it off for her, my staff came and they told me, look at this, Dr. G's, come look at this. When I looked, there was mold. If you look closely, there's mold in her scalp. Mold. Have you ever done this to a client? I hope not. I hope that you are one of the, let's say, 10% that is not applying or doing that type of service to your client. When we look at this other young lady, you see so many people looking like this. You see to the left, to the right, so many persons looking like this. Now, with a keen eye, some persons, if they don't have a keen eye, I should say, if they don't have a keen eye, they may be looking at both of them and thinking, that might be, since they say Ariata, it might be Ariata, but it's not. Again, we're going right back to the point of the importance of information that you can gather by just being part of this club, Simply Royal. That is traction alopecia. Do you know most beauty professionals, I said there's a 10%, a special 10%, and I hope that you are not, in that 90% and you are in that 10%. Because when you look at this, this is deliberately done without even the knowledge of the beauty professional that they are doing this type of damage to someone's scalp, which can produce permanent hair loss. And I see women in tears having nervous conditions because they're losing their hair. You are in a dynamic position to help these ladies to reverse, to prevent the hair loss in the first place, or prevent the scalp condition. So when you prevent, you can also offer them to reverse whatever the issue is. But the word that I want you to go away with is confidence. When you're part of this club with all that Ms. Dillon is offering here, once you're part of this club, you must understand you are the first line of defense. I want you to understand that. When I had no help 25 years ago, I was, because I'm going around with beauty professionals, and you know how beauty professionals are. They look at you from head to toe to see if in the first place you can teach me, because I want to see you, everything has to be in place. And I was going through so much trauma because my hair was thinning and I did not know why. Went to the dermatologist, they could not provide answers either until I found trichology. And I started training to be a trichologist and moved on to be a doctor in trichology. You are the first line of defense. The reasons why you should join this club, let me wrap, and I'll tell you the reasons that you should join the club. A wealth of information available. So all this information is available to you. But I always say, you must put some skin in the game. This is business. We are serious individuals. We want to help people live a better life. We want to enhance our clients. That when a client comes into you, that client is going to say, information received. From a trichologist perspective, the movement allows you to become the first point of contact. You don't need to stop hair loss. Stop hair loss now. You have access to first-hand information as I wrap. Expert opinions and guidance. You have access to products that will help to resolve the hair loss and the scalp conditions that you will be encountering and not even know that you can actually help your clients with a little more coaching and knowledge. So that's coming to a close, but I must tell you, the Dr. G's hair growth formula, it's 5 elements. And I want you to have a broader perspective when it comes to trichology and the information that is available to you. You would see mindset. First, you must change the way that you see your clients. You must be able to embrace your clients with hope. So you have to change your mindset. It's not about only beauty. We are looking at inner beauty. And if we can create inner beauty, what is going to manifest itself? Outer beauty. So health and wellness comes after, because your health is your wealth. If you do not have a healthy body, you cannot grow healthy hair. That's as simple as it is. If you don't have a healthy body, you cannot grow healthy hair. Nutrition. Most persons I see are nutritionally deficient. So that's just part of understanding how to help your clients by understanding some things that they need in their daily diet. And you as a cosmetologist, you are in line behind a chair who can whisper in your client's ear, you need to go see a trichologist. Or I can help you with this particular issue. Or you need to see your general practitioner to help you with this. But first, you must be able to identify when your client needs help. Detoxification. Some persons forgot what our parents taught us a long time ago, the importance of removing toxins from our system. So detoxification is very important that you understand the different forms. Topical treatments are only part. It's only part. Some persons come here with a bag to the clinic with a bag full of all sort of over-the-counter medication to take. And you must understand that topicals, things that you put on your scalp, tools that you use, it's only a tool. It's a tool. Just as mindset is a tool, when you can change your mindset, you can also help your clients to change theirs. Health and wellness. We want to live a healthy lifestyle. It's important, even for yourself. When I did my thesis, I understand then that cosmetology is somewhere in world health as being one of the most toxic type professions. You need to understand how this being part of this club can help you develop for longevity. But remember, topicals are only what they are, a topical treatment. If you are not having a healthy diet and you have deficiencies, you will put topicals, it's gonna make the hair look voluminous and the person is gonna be looking beautiful. But are you really serving and helping that client? Are you really serving your clients? Do you want to serve your clients by being part of this excitement that is taking place right now in the industry? That Pamela Dillon could be in Guyana right now. Joan Ward could be in Barbados, and I am here in Trinidad and Tobago, reaching out to you and telling you, being part of this experience is going to only help you enhance your business. So this is Dr. G. You know, I try to stay very clear so that you would understand the importance. Embrace your dynamic position. You are the first line of defense. Thank you.
Beautiful, doctor. The watchword for me is there's a synergy going on here because doctor said self-investment and Joan Ward said self-investment. And we see why. We see where this could go. We see that it doesn't stop behind the chair. And Dr. Williams Beckles is a perfect example of someone that started behind a chair and now she has her doctorate. I believe that she is master of her craft and we're very fortunate to have her. Knowledge is confidence. Thank you, Doctor. Now we're opening up the room to Mr. Krishnan Sharma, who is the deputy head at TVET. Hello, Mr. Sharma. I know he was a teacher by profession way back, and he still has the attributes of a teacher, because this is the man that helped me certify as a TVET facilitator. Thank you, Mr. Krishnan Sharma, and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Pamela. And I'm happy to be a part of this launching. And I'm glad that also we have all protocols observed, by the way, and we also have Dr. Beckles from Trinidad, who will also be aware that Trinidad has NTA as well. That is called NTA TT. And I am from the Council for TVET, which an entity which carry out the same function of the same one in Trinidad. Pamela, I've heard a lot about you today. You did not expose yourself to us in the detailed way you were exposed today. But I'm very happy to hear from where you came. And we only meet again after a few years back in January this year, where we conducted the training. And I'm happy that you saw it best and fitting to also have the Council for TVET as a part of this launching. And immediately, when you talk professionals, the Council for TVET has on its agenda, has in its database, a list of professionals for all occupational areas. And we have already seen that you have developed a database, I'm sure, of all those entities that are a part of this professional association. And we will like to have that information from you so that when we talk about our standards and where we want to take, in this case, cosmetology, then we will use those professionals. And I want to say probably led by Simpli Royal, Pamela Dillon, and others. We use all these professionals, and in our terms, we call them lead groups, because we use occupational standards to train persons in various occupational areas. And for us to develop an occupational standard that is worthwhile, that is fitting, that is going to match the demand of the industry. And here we are talking again about cosmetology or any other industry. Then we have the professionals on board that are going to work together to determine what must the person be able to do when they would have achieved a qualification in a respective occupational area. So here, our lead group for cosmetology has been extended, has been expanded, and has been selected by no one else but you. And we are very grateful for that. Our lead bodies have very, very important roles. And that is, they determine what must be the standard, whether it's even minimum standard. But they determine what must be the standard for any occupational area. And we also want to highlight that from our context of dealing with professionals, and even in the cosmetology area, I have always, not felt, but I always had this little side in me that it is not only beauty, but as alluded today, it is also deeply related with health. And we want to let our trainers, our salons, our barbers, our everybody be aware that it is deeply related with health, because it deals with the skin, it deals with the eyes, it deals with the hair. And next, the man here falls out. Who's responsible? So when we develop our curriculum, I would like to see, or when we evaluate or revise our curriculum from the conservative point of view, we would like to see the health aspect taking the toll, so that persons could understand that it is not only about beauty. Because people are like, how I look, that's wonderful. But how you look versus how you feel. I've heard many persons don't mind me, right? A bride with this beautiful bride dress. Oh, I look good, but ask them how they feel. They'll say, can I take it off like now? So what do we do in situations like this? So it's not only about how you look, but how comfortable you are with what was done to you. So the Council for TVET will work with you on this aspect with the lead group. Now, we talk about standardization of systems and having, at your tip there, launching a professional association of cosmetologists. It means that Guyana will be one of the leading countries in the region to set the standards for others. And I want to really commend Simpli Royal, Pamela Dillon, and all associates for this initiative. And I will really be happy to see Guyana take the lead role in setting the standards for the rest of the region, and probably by extension internationally. We must set a standard, which I think, if you have all the professionals together, and when I was listening to the previous speakers, a word came to my mind about Pamela: unstoppable. But you know what is unique about unstoppable? She's not racing away alone. She's taking with her all the associates and all the other associations with her, and she's pasting away with this standard right ahead and setting the tone for others to follow, which is a very great move you're doing. So as we set this standard for others to follow, we want from the Council for TVET to see that this association is not a charge, actually, right? This is our passion. We want to see that this association could set a standard that, if internationally accredited, systems may come to Guyana and think and feel that they have it all and Guyana doesn't have it. Well, I want them to really wake up when they will see what's really happening through this medium. It is not challenging anybody. It is not getting at anybody. But can you imagine a cadre of professionals in one occupational area? That had to be, or has to be, really outstanding. The standardization of the system must be built on such a forum, such a fundamental, that whoever makes up, or whatever agencies or organizations make up this entire professional association, wherever I go as a clientele, the same experience must be gained wherever I go. Whoever is the one addressing or offering the services must give me the same feeling, the same comfort, the same satisfaction wherever I go, regardless of the organization. Because this is an organization that is coming now. This is a launch that is coming up now that are going to bring organizations together, standardized system, that everyone will have at least the minimum standards to carry out all the works, all the services that are so deemed in the occupational area for cosmetology. Mind you, Pamela probably is watching me and thinking that he's one of them who needs to be pulled in and be fixed. That is true. And a person like me, I'm telling you, I'm using myself as an example. I am not, this is nothing about cosmetology, but I'm not like motivated that I want to go to a salon or I want to go to a cosmetology station. For whatever reason, there's no reason. But what I'm using as an example here about my own self is that there are persons like me who may not understand that the true person is still within, that needs to be seen. And this is what persons like you can do for persons like me and others who are so probably reluctant like me. So we need to sell the system. We need to let people understand it is based on health. We need to let people understand that every month, like how you go to the clinic and you do a checkup, every month you need to do a pedicure or a manicure or something. And you have to drive this in the reluctance that I have. You have to drive this in me so that I must be able to see, I'm giving you work to do, right? That I must be able to see the benefits that can be derived. And you know what? After 2 months, I'm looking for you, you're not looking for me anymore. But to what extent, as this is not a PR situation alone, but this is more an awareness system to let people understand how important it is. It is not only when I want to go to a wedding, it is important. It is not only when I want to go to a party, it is important. It is not only when I want to, look nice today, it's important. No, it must be a way of life, I think. So with this association of professionals garnering together, working together to bring to the society a system that is going to enhance, that is going to develop persons, operations, behaviors, lifestyle, and even their hygiene, that we need to let people understand it's a part of life, it's a way of life. So what kind of, we use all these solutions and we use all these brand names and all these technical equipment, etc., etc., etc. I have been conducting training in many areas, and we have seen. I asked one day, what you call the equipment you use for pedicure when you put your feet in, right? You're the professional, right? Yeah. So I asked one day, if you don't have that, can any other thing be used? And the answer was yes. I technically do not have a problem with the yes, but whatever is going to be used as a substitute, is it internationally recognized? Or when international systems observers, they will think twice about us. If it must not be used, then we must not introduce them at no time. So when we talk about standards from the Council of TVET's point of view, we want to say that you are doing a fantastic job, that you are doing a fine job, and we have occupational standards for nail technician, general cosmetology, massage therapy, barbering, etc., etc. And remember, cosmetology is just one of that little speck of tourism and hospitality. So apart from cosmetology, can you even look into the vision of having all these other associates come on board to be tackled in a professional way? Then that will also be of a great gesture of this professional association, because we need this power, we need this energy, we need this synergy to ensure that this is going to take us not 2 days from now or 2 years into the last war, but for generations to come, to be able to tap into, and I hope that's the vision, right? I hope that's the vision for generations to come, to tap into the system to ensure that the system can speak even about their grandparents when they are into the system. You know what I mean? I hope I'm not going too much, but we want a system that's going to stay. That would have been started and developed by professionals themselves, have set the standard for others to follow, have maintained the standards, and are what? Handing the standards over to others, continue with it, live with it, develop on it as you live on, but do not let it cripple. And this is a system we want to see. So we talk about the lead groups, we talk about the vision, we talk about the association of other aspects of professions in the occupational area, but also we want to say that I've seen persons at salons, right? You might want to know how I go now, right? Well, I go when I have to observe, like Pamela demonstrating, then I will see what she does. And then I will see what happens in the salon. And when I see from salon to salon, I wonder, where is the standard? I wonder, what is the standard? This is not, I know I must commend everyone for the bits they are putting together. I must commend every little entrepreneur that has gone into cosmetology and make cosmetology alive. I must commend. But I hope that this association is going to strengthen them, align them, and make them very, very great professionals in the area. We commend all the little ones around that are working together to ensure that cosmetology lives on. So as we embark on this launching, I want to wish all of you all the best. I want to wish the launch a success, health to all the associates, long life and standards to all the associates. Pamela, God bless you. I know you're a wonderful person. I've seen you, and I've heard so much more about you today. A lot has been said by Reverend Ward and Dr. Beckles, and I listened to them carefully. They know you inside out, and that's really nice to know. I want to thank them also for endorsing, for working with you, and from the Council for TVET, we wish you all the best. And we hope to have Pamela DeLon, Simply Professional, Simply Royal, be soon accredited to offer, and this is the last thing I wanted to mention, the certification for the Caribbean Vocational Qualifications. Remember, not too long ago, you pursued a training at the ACI with other persons like yourself and of different other occupational area. And what we need to understand is that the curriculum has moved from offering a country certificate to a regional certificate that is called the Caribbean Vocational Qualification. And we talk about the CSME. And the CSME is facilitated by one of the way, it is facilitated by these CVQs. How do we transfer skills and labor with the same recognition from one country to another? And this is facilitated by the CVQ. So that when we use an occupational standard, general cosmetology level 1, the whole curriculum uses this same curriculum, the same standard, which means as well that all the tools, equipment, and facilities that are used to train, if we look across in Trinidad at an institution that is offering the program, General Cosmetology Level 1, and we watch in Guyana or Barbados, when we look in those training institutions, we must see facilities match, at least to a minimum standard. Mind you, better is always better, but not lower than the minimum benchmark. So we wish that you will take the mantle forward and also have persons be trained using the CBET mode as you were trained in. You're a CBET trainer, certified CBET trainer in competency-based education and training. And in basic competency-based education and training is the delivery mode that must be incorporated, that must be used to train persons for the CVQ, for the Caribbean Vocational Qualifications. And we are hoping that with all these standardization and with the lead body that you're going to produce, we can work together with you from the Council for TVET's end, and we can tap into your passion, into all the love you have for your profession with others around you, and be able to work to achieve the success you're looking for. All the best, and do enjoy the rest of the evening. And again, I wish the launch a success. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sharma. Thank you, Mr. Sharma. That was really encouraging. I am really hyped and hopeful that we will liaise with Tibet and pick up some of the charges that you gave us and run with it. And of course, it is a wonderful legacy to leave to the upcoming cosmetologists for the future. So I want to thank you for that. I'm going right back to Reverend Ward, who will close us for the afternoon. Over to you, Joan Ward.
All good things must come to an end. I'm sure that this was time well spent, and you've had a lot of information to process and action. Now, this production today took a village, and we know behind the scene the challenges and what we've overcome to make this possible. And as such, we must pay homage. Reverend Wendy Almenstein, thank you for inviting the Lord to take the lead in this venture, because we need him at every area and every point in our lives. And this year and last year has taught us that. Joan Ward for our mentorship and technical skills in making this production a success. Dr. G's for our participation and our excellent presentation on hair and scalp health, which came from a place of knowledge and passion for what she does. Mr. Sharma, the competent, expert-based personnel from TVET. Thank you for endorsing the sentiment shared that this club is timely and relevant, that we should enforce an holistic approach to educate the populace about the need for grooming, also creating an environment to set standards that can become a trendsetter and trailblazer for the beauty industry, not only in the Caribbean, but on the international stage. The world is now in a globe, and it's all at our fingertips. We accept your challenges and your charge, and we look forward. I'm sure as we speak now, Ms. Pam is calculating and she's writing those policies in our mind's eye, even as we speak. Rudy Saul, who captured the moments in every detail. Thank you for going on and beyond the call of your duty. Judith Beckles, who was instrumental in getting the word out among the salons in Guyana. Carl Coker, for capturing the candidates. All the past students and friends of Simpli Royal, and Mr. Denzel Dillon for helping to prepare the venue. For my son Clyde for providing the ambience, Queen Janelle for beautifying with the balloons and other little accessories, Trudy and Sheena for helping me host, and Mr. Steel Pan. We changed person at the last minute, so I think I forgot to mention his name.
Don Johnson. Mr. Don Johnson.
Okay. and for his lovely rendition. Thank you for keeping us entertained. And once again, for those of you in Facebook land and on Zoom land, we thank you for taking time out from your busy schedule to join us for this historic event. And many years from now, irrespective of what you might think today, you will remember this day and you will be so happy that you were part of this day. And so I thank you. Thank you for joining us. So I want you to have a good evening. But if you want to stick around, you can. We have a little bit of eats and mingling and, you know, every little nice thing that goes post-launch. So once again, thank you. And we look forward to welcoming you to Simply Royal Professional Cosmetology Club. No matter where you are, you can join us. Of late, we're virtual, so we welcome you. Thank you. And at this time, cheers. Here's looking at you. Now I would have to open it, but I can't do that alone. So this time, I'm going to save this Moscato, so when we get together, Jermaine, we will have a toast. Mr. Charmer, thank you. When it's right for me to come to Guyana, God's willing, I will come see you. Thank you, and over to Ms. Pan.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of this afternoon and the beginning of the rest of our lives as members of the Simply Royal Professional Cosmetologists Club. So we are going to go now and open our Moscato and have our and interact with some of the people that are here and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.